Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's Armchair Travel Lunch Edition, Living Like a Local in India. And today I'm joined by my good friend Sadaf from Creative Henna. Thank you, Sadaf.
Hi, how are you?
So good. Now, I've had henna done by you over the years a few times. How long have you had your business? How long have you been doing henna?
So I'm doing it for more than 15 years.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'm like basically if you ask me when I started, it's almost like 25 years. But
Okay.
as a business, I started it's like almost 15 years now.
And you've done, I used to see you at festivals and you would actually do nice different henna patterns for different people, right? And
So I do for weddings, bridal and festivals, events, birthday parties, bridal shower, baby shower, any girls party or any family event. It's for the celebration. So
yes,
I'm everywhere almost, and I love doing it. So I like made maybe thousands of designs until now. So
do you create your own designs?
yeah. Yeah. So sometimes some people they bring some designs they want us to copy. I try my best to draw what they want me to, but mostly when we draw our own designs, they just let us be creative when we create some nice designs and yeah. But sometimes people come and they show us like a tattoos or patterns they want us to draw so they can have the permanent tattoo later.
Okay.
Before they get the permanent one. They want
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So they can test it out first to see if they're gonna like the stuff. Got it. But I look at the candle. Is that a candle in front of you with a henna on it? What is this?
So this is basically because I draw on different stuff like on candles, was on like boxes, on anything. We draw with the henna. We can draw. So this is basically the basic pattern that we use whenever we are doing henna. Some basic patterns like flower or paisley. These are the patterns we mostly draw when we are drawing the henna. And yeah, this basically is this basic henna patterns on the candle.
Well, you know what? You had mentioned to me just recently that henna isn't just found in India. Now, this is news to me. I didn't realize that you find henna in different countries. Is that correct?
Yeah. So in India, even in India, in different like areas, like province, they have a different style of henna.
Okay.
And but in countries, like if you see, even it's everywhere. Almost like in different countries, they have their own patterns, their own style, and sometimes they have their own henna too. Like if you ask me, like even in India and in Africa they have it. So in Africa they have a totally different henna. They use black henna. It's not like a henna honestly because it doesn't come from the plant. They use like a hair dye, but it's in their culture. They
Okay.
do henna a lot, like all the time. It has to be on their feet or hands. In some African countries, they do, but they do black henna patterns, but they make thick henna patterns, like with the black, stripes and big thick flowers, and they make this type of design. But if you go to Dubai or some Arab countries, they have henna, the same natural henna, and they also use red henna. But then
Okay.
that one is more like again a little bit of chemical mixed red color. But that one they do more like again mix of thick patterns with the tiny details. So, but in India that we do, the culturally it's a very tiny detailed henna that we draw.
Okay, so more intricate patterns, is
More
that
thick patterns.
I see. And what's the difference? So if you were to tell me the difference between Indian henna versus another place, is it the type of material that's used to make the henna? Is that what makes it the Indian henna different?
Indian henna is in India basically the henna that we use is plant based. It's natural. So the henna plant that it grows in the countries where weather is very hot, like in India, right? The plant naturally grows, so it doesn't need that much water, and then it has healing benefits, cooling benefits.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
people they live in those places, they apply on their body to protect from sun heat. So they also men use henna to they apply on their feet, under their feet, or on their head, like on their hair, to color, to dye their hair, and to protect from sunburn and heat. Because when you have henna on your body, sun heat doesn't go through. Like you will see once, you're gonna get tan when you're out in the sun, but when
Yes.
you have the henna layer, when it's gonna come off, that hair is gonna be clean, like clear, like.
Okay.
Because like, so that's why. And it's a plant based, and we take the plant leaves, dry leaves, and then make a powder form, and like
Okay.
very form, like a very clean, like there's no chunks or anything. And then we add water and oil, and we just make the paste and draw. But in other cultures, like as I told you, like Africa, they use the one, it's a black henna. It's mostly like a hair powder form hair dye. So it's not like a cream form, it's a powder form hair dye. They just mix with water or oil, and then they apply on their body, and then it leave black henna stain.
So does it last, is the duration of the henna on your skin, does it last longer when it's a natural henna versus not?
I have noticed if you're using natural henna and black henna, it lasts almost the same time, depending on how much you exfoliate or scrub, or using rubbing alcohol or chemical or sanitizers.
And it lasts maybe what, 2 weeks or a week
It
or?
lasts for more than 2 weeks. So I like, it depends on, as I said, how much you take care of henna. If you, and especially if you have on your body, if you have on your hands, because we wash our hands a lot, right? So roughly 2 weeks. That's why we say it's like a 10, 15, because it takes like 2 days to get the darkest stain,
Okay.
and then it stays for a few days and gradually start fading. And then so roughly
Yes.
it stays for 2 to 3 weeks, natural henna and black henna. But if you have on your body, it usually lasts for more than a month.
More than a month.
Yeah.
And it takes, I think when I did it, like it doesn't take that long to dry. Like it may be within maybe 20, 30 minutes or so. It's cured. Is that correct?
So the drawing time totally depends on the artist.
Okay.
So if some people, like they draw one flower, may take them like 30 minutes. So either it's gonna take like 2 seconds, right? So it depends on the practice, how much
Yes.
practice they have, and the way they hold the tube and the flow, obviously with the practice and time, right?
I have it here. So we have our own henna here. So I got this from Sadaf from Creative Henna. So I'd really like to you to help me demonstrate how we can apply henna, and we'll do a live henna demonstration. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. And also because as I'm saying, is it doesn't matter. Some new artists, they just hold and draw like they're drawing like for years, right? So you
Yes.
never know, you're gonna be a good artist, right?
I know I will always try anything once. That is my motto, at least one time. And if I love it, then you never know, right?
It's gonna be fun, right? It's gonna be fun. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be good. So yeah, and then what else? What we do you want it to learn, like flowers or basic patterns,
I think
or?
a flower would be nice. Now, is there different significance between, if some festivals or some traditions always have flowers versus peacock versus the paisley pattern? Like, do you use different patterns for different reasons or different cultural,
So
ex
it's a mostly like a personal preference,
Oh,
honestly.
okay.
Like some people like more flowers, some people like very tiny, intricate detail. That's it. So we add the pattern style according to the hands. Every artist have their own creativity. They think what they wanted to draw and how. Um, I like flowers,
Okay.
honestly. Mostly in my designs, I start with flower, and then paisley is a very famous. Paisley people like to add peacock. Peacock is a symbol of love. Some patterns have some meaning, like a peacock. or if we add elephant for luck, different patterns have different, but
Okay.
not like the basic patterns, the flowers and vines and lines and dots. They are just for the beauty, for creative style.
Okay,
So
so if I have an elephant henna drawing, it means luck.
yeah.
And which one's love
Same
again?
thing when you get the tattoos, the real tattoos, they have some symbols, they have some meaning. It's the same,
Yes.
those patterns have meaning in the henna too. But the only difference is with the henna, we don't draw exactly like the tattoo, like a, the animal. We
Yes.
draw the animal shape and fill with the henna pattern, like
I see. I see. That
oh,
is
that's
good to know. That's good to know. All right, so shall we try our demonstration? Let's start with the flower.
yeah, sure. And then we're gonna add some lines and swirls, or
And make it
they'll be easy.
beautiful, make it pretty like how we are. We are beautiful women, so we should have a beautiful kind of tattoo. Love it. All right, so I have my henna here, and I'm
Okay.
going to follow you.
Okay, perfect. Perfect, sure. So let me switch my screen to the other way, like on towards my hand, and then we
Sure.
draw. Okay.
Okay,
Or do
sounds
you
good.
want me to go? So I can even draw like that, but
You
it's even
you
better.
that you could do it that way?
Yeah, but the only thing, I don't know if you could see that, like, like very.
Okay, let's do it your way. Let's do it the original way. So you'll put it down
Like,
and yeah, okay.
yeah, because then it's gonna be easier for you to, follow,
Yes,
right?
please. Since this is my first time, we'll do it.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect, perfect. Let me just,
Yes.
oh, working or yeah.
Yes, it is. Perfect.
So, can you see my hand?
I see you perfectly.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Yes, it
Good.
is.
Okay. So today we're gonna start with the flower pattern.
Okay.
Let me just clean the tube. Okay.
Oh,
So the flower, normally everyone is different. Some people start, it depends on which
so
pattern you're
you'll
taking.
you'll have to share your screen with me again.
Okay. Uh, now can you see?
Perfectly.
Yeah. So everyone is different. Some people they start from here,
Okay.
flower here, then design going up. I usually, if I'm drawing the flower, if the flower is in the middle and the swirls are on the both side, I will draw flower first. Some people start from the end, but I work in different way. So I start with the basic main pattern and then
Okay.
connect the other stuff with it. So
All
let's
right.
start with the flower, okay?
Okay.
So basically, it's a connection connected through different I say it's shapes, like basically different shapes, like circle, triangle, and squares, and it makes the design. So when we're gonna start, it's gonna be like first like small circle,
Okay. By my hair.
and then one dot inside,
Okay.
and then we're gonna make small humps here. So we're gonna start from one, and we're gonna connect it.
Okay. Small circles around.
It's like more like a humps, right? So it's gonna be like a kind of, I say circles, but it's like more like bumpy circles around the circle. Then
Okay.
we can make one little bit bigger circle than the other ones that we just
Okay.
making. So if you want me to slow down, I can do that. But I
Oh,
think you're good.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna start with flower kind of. like, I don't know if you, it's like
Oh,
more like a
okay.
straight line, and then a
Yes.
little bump, and like, you know, or I can draw with the paddle. That'll be easier. Let me just draw the petals. So start from one side, bring it here, and the
Okay.
other side of the circle, bring it here. It's more like a pebble,
Okay.
right? So from one side of the circle,
I
we're going to
see.
start, and the other side of the circle, we're going to connect. It's more like a,
Nice. Okay.
so sometimes it's going to be more like from the middle of the circle too, because we need to make the petals even, right? Okay. And then if you wanted to give the shades, I'm going to give the shades. Like, I know it's going to be a little bit pressing
Okay.
henna plus with the just little small lines with the henna.
Okay. This was a lot nicer when you did it for me, Sadaf, but we're making it work. Oh, so
Okay.
fun. Okay.
And then this one is once, so we're gonna draw the circle, and then now we're gonna make swirls. Okay. We're
Okay.
done with the flower, right? So we're
Yes.
done with the flower. We're gonna draw the swirl. So we're gonna bring the line here, and
Okay.
then round like
It comes
swirl.
out really smooth though. I just have to get a hang of the right pressure.
It smoothly is gonna come out, but just a little bit pressure, and then it's gonna work.
Okay. Perfect. I got my swirl.
And then now you're gonna bring another line close by from the, swirl. Bring it out from there. Stop there. Make fill like a dot and bring it out to make a small leaf or paisley kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
And then another other one. And then again dot and bring it out. Okay. And then
Okay.
we can draw like one line going out. So it's everyone is different. So I'm drawing like a pattern, like this random basic design.
Okay.
And another line going out, dot, bring it out.
Okay. Oh, and then you're gonna go the other direction. Okay. Nice.
And yeah.
Well, your own looks far more fabulous, but we have the essence of what's happening here. Okay. Oh, you have more. Okay, so maybe I'll add a little bit more. Okay.
And then when you're done, we're gonna start from the other side. For this side, we're gonna take from this corner,
Okay.
bring the swirl around,
Okay, so here.
and then another line. I teach like henna classes. I do one to
Okay.
one or in a group, so that's why I know how to do step by step, and and
No, this is really good. Okay. It shows up differently though. Like I think that maybe with different skin tones, it would show up a little bit darker or lighter. So this one is a natural henna, I believe.
yeah,
So it
this
shows
one
up
is
a little different.
natural henna, and you will also see when you are applying, it's gonna be very light, like a golden or a greenish shade. But when it's gonna start drying, the paste is gonna be dark.
I
It's
see.
gonna be like almost like a black. right?
Oh,
Once it's dry, before it crumble off.
okay.
Yeah. And then you will see once it's off, it's gonna be orange. It's gonna leave orange stain there.
Okay.
And then it's gonna get darker with the time. Like it take we usually suggest don't wash it for 4 hours or longer.
Okay.
Once it's dry, it falls off, that's fine, but try not to wash it as long as possible, 4 hours or longer. Or if you wanted to keep it, the henna paste there, that's best. And then apply lemon juice and sugar, liquid that we make, sealer that we make with the sugar and lemon juice. But if you're not using it, still it's gonna give you very nice and dark stain. But try not to wash it as long as possible and keep your hands warm. That's the only key I would say that helps
Okay.
to make it darker. So it's
Perfect.
gonna be once it's off, it's gonna be orange in start, and then it's gonna get darker in 24 hours, and then it's gonna stay there for more than 2 weeks.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to continue on with this line here. Unfortunately, I didn't give myself enough space, so I'm actually right into the fingers now.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's fine. And we're trying our best to draw, just so
Yeah.
you can draw the top one, like the finger one. We're
Yes.
gonna draw the swirl, small swirl, one line going up, another one, and then we're gonna do like, and again. Basically, it's like in a flow. We're gonna draw the swirls and
I'm just so proud of myself. You know what I
see,
mean? To try it.
yeah.
This looks really good. And you're putting some dots in it. So this is my own style. So you have your
Yeah,
personal
yeah, you
pattern?
can add dots and lines and maybe even after making those swirls, you can put the flowers on it instead of
Oh,
just the
okay.
swirls and lines. You can
Right.
also make some flowers over it. So just be creative whenever, as I said, every artist have their own style, even the new artist or the old artist, they're doing for years, they still, um, they have their own style. They add the patterns and flowers and lines according to, what they like.
Perfect.
So yeah, feel free to add some flowers or patterns that you like.
Okay. Beautiful.
Once you're done, let me know, and I would love to see the henna.
You like to see it? Okay. I'm just going to add a few more dots to make it a little
Okay,
bit,
sure.
just to add my own Tammie time style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is my finished work.
Oh, nice. Looks good. Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
looks good. Yeah, you're good.
I have to thank my primary school days. They taught us how to hold a pen in cursive writing. It's come
Oh,
in very
okay.
useful today.
Yeah, that's good. So the difference is when you're using the henna that you get from the shelf, like from the stores, they have chemicals in it, and it's hard when you draw with that because they are very the tubes are clogged and thick henna. It doesn't come out. You have to put so much pressure. But when you buy from an artist who make their own, and the difference of the color too, the chemical one doesn't last longer. The natural henna lasts longer, natural ingredients, so it's more safe. Plus, it gives you very nice and dark stain, easy to
Mm.
draw because
Well,
they come out smoothly out.
well, I've been storing this in the freezer, so that's to tell you how natural it is. It had to be kept in the fridge. I think I
Mhm.
got it from you 2 days ago,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
So if the natural henna, you have to keep it in freezer. It's gonna be good for 6 months. The color will stay good. You can take out, use, and put it back in the freezer once you're done using it. So the color will stay good, And because it's natural, if you leave it outside, it will lose the color.
Okay, good to
So
know.
then after like 2 days or so, just like all the other fresh products, the
Hmm.
same way.
And do you sell henna? Like, do you do live demonstrations right now, virtually, as part of your business?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been such a good time. Like I have my very first, if anyone can see, my very first henna. Is there any last thoughts before we say good day today, um, Sadaf?
Um, just yeah.
There you are.
So, so just wanted to show mine too.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, so I would say to everyone, um, try using the natural henna.
Mm,
Don't use the market one that you guys because it's not safe for your skin. It sometimes burn your skin and leave the
yeah.
permanent mark there. So it's better to buy. I know it's a little bit expensive as compared to the market one, but it has safe products like essential oil and natural products. So it's safe for your skin. It give you a very, it's not gonna leave a bad mark on your skin forever. So it's better and support your local
Yes. Yes, we are
local
all about
business.
supporting local businesses, local artists. So as much as we can, I tend to try and promote local businesses. So thank you so much.
It was really nice. It was nice to, it was really nice doing this and talking about the culture. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Do we end in Namaste? Is that how we always end our greetings sometimes in India? Do we say Namaste?
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh, well, I'm just going to do it today because we're in India this week. So I'm going to say Namaste. Thank you so much, Sadaf. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it and
Yeah.
grateful for your time.
Thank you so much.
All
Yeah.
right. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.